Well, hello there, everybody. Look who's back. It's Copy 801. And I know it looks like I'm in a very spooky house right now because my house is a little spooky. Um, so I got this overhead light over here, and I don't know why, but it's not working. So everything appears very dark. So luckily, I have my regular phone, which is what I'm streaming this on right now. Because guess what? Internet connection also sucks. So mobile data for the win. And I've got my work phone right over there shining its flashlight. So the triumphant return has hit two speed bumps in less than 5 minutes. Isn't that great? I know it is. But I went to Megacon last week and I met up with a couple of really cool people from our neck of the woods, right over here, New York, New Jersey, all that good stuff. And I suppose you've all missed the cat too. Here she is. The cat is also here. Hence why. There we go. So now that she's down, like I said, I met up with a couple of people from the New York area over here at MegaCon, and I figured for my little triumphant return, I'm gonna have them come on my channel and do a little recap video. So, without further ado, I will introduce my guests, which are Mike and Lenny from Spineworks, and we have both halves of NRG Comics. What's going on, everybody? How are you?
Sup, nerds? What's going on?
Hi, everybody.
Right, wide awake.
It is summertime, baby. Summertime in New York City. I was just telling everybody, yo, Mother Nature kicked her meth habit. That 40-degree bullshit is over. We're ready. Sun's out, guns out, baby.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Except for you, Lenny. You're down in fucking Florida where it's sunny all the time. We don't get that.
There you go. I don't have to deal with the cold.
You know what? I forgot the preamble. Are we allowed to curse here? Are we allowed to curse on this show? Can we do that?
Well, it's too late now.
Well, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. I'm going to shut up now. Cheers.
That's okay. Keep talking because guess what? As I said, the cat's here, and guess where she just decided to go in front of right now?
Right.
My light source. Oh boy. So this is fun. Already starting off to a great show. But anyway, so last week, MegaCon.
Oof.
Yeah, oof is right. Let's go one by one, and I'm gonna have you guys all just tell the audience a little bit about your experience, and we are going to start not with me, but with these guys right over here. So tell the audience now that you got into your PJs with the little footsies, the little onesie. How was your experience over at MegaCon this year?
Oh my God, it was. I think we're definitely going next year.
It's crazy.
It was insane.
I kissed Mike.
He did.
That's how crazy it was. And I was sober right there on the cheek.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until after I saw the picture because I'm over here trying to be cute in it, and Mike is the only thing that can come between us apparently.
You're the only one, Mike.
I was like the cream in the Oreo cookie. It was so cute.
Totally. But yeah, so we drove down 16 hours from Jersey.
Holy crap.
Ooh.
Yeah. We did that. And I think depending on when it is next year, we might do it again. Don't quote me on that. Might, because we brought back a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff. But first time going, had a great time. It definitely gives off. Honestly, I like the venue a lot better than some of the other conventions we've been to. A lot more space, except on Saturdays when everybody and their mother who decides not to wash shows up.
Oh,
Oh
damn.
my God.
Let's
You ain't
The
lying.
whole, for people who don't know, it was
Yeah.
Good Thursday,
Yes.
it was Good Friday,
Yep.
and it was Good Sunday. You could still walk around, feel
Yes,
the air
Saturday was
conditioning, the central air. Saturday, I swear to
Oopa.
God, I think they got literally every person off the street who just
and then she said, "Come
like
on in, come on in."
they asked them one question. They said, "Did you shower this week?" And if they
No.
said no, they just gave them a free ticket and told them to come inside.
That's exactly what
That's
happened.
what it felt like. Like just
Sort
everybody
of
who decided
Oh.
not to watch was just like, let's go to the
Mhm.
convention on Saturday. Like, why? It was just so ugh. And then parking on Saturday was just as bad. But
Oof.
we
Yeah.
got there early and we still had to park in the back. I was angry about that.
Mm.
But other than that, it was definitely an experience that we might have to do again next year because shockingly enough, it might be around our anniversary
Mhm.
that is happening. So it gives an excuse to go to.
Ooh.
Are you gonna drive down again though?
Well, you want to ride?
I might. I'm gonna be real honest. Yo, I ain't never been on a plane with so many screaming ass kids in my life.
Oh my God.
And you know what? I'd rather sit in the car. I'll take turns driving. I'll rub your feet while you sit in the back. I don't care. Whatever I gotta do, you know what? Might just take the road trip with you guys instead of doing that again. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God.
You know what? I just
This
don't
is
like flying. So that's me.
Well, the stuff that we have,
I mean,
we
I
have a lot of
prefer
stuff.
flying, and I like it. And
Put
I
on
got
a
a
plane.
baby, and I brought him on a plane, but he ain't screamed like these kids were, man. There was some unruly children on that flight.
This is the perfect segue. Real quick, Mike,
Yo,
tell them about the flight back.
oh,
Oh, we get it.
you know what? All right, listen. It was like every stereotypical horror story you could think of on one plane. And thank God Copy was there to see it too, because if I'd have come back, you guys would have been like, yo, he's on some bullshit. Because there is no way you're going to have the level of fuckery on one flight that we dealt with. All right? First of all, the plane was just completely packed. I mean, beginning to end. And they make all the usual announcements. You know, look, basically, if you're in Group C, we're on JetBlue. If you're in Group C or later, you asked out. Don't try to put your bags anywhere. So what does every motherfucker do? That's from C to D to E to F. They all bring their bags on anyway because they think that everyone was lying to them. So I'm sitting literally 2 seats behind Copy. Like he'll tell you guys the story of how we ended up on the same flight. But I'm like 2 seats behind him. And then this group comes on, and they had been having a lot more fun than I did on a Sunday, like a lot more fun. And I've seen these people that they were in the waiting area, and they would get drunk and loud at the bar. And I'm usually that guy who gets drunk and loud at the bar, but not on a Sunday, bro. I mean, come on, a little class. But anyway, so they got dropped, and I'm sitting there looking at them. I'm like, I know these motherfuckers are going to be on our flight. I know it. I just know it, and I know I'm going to be stuck sitting right in front of them too, or next to them, or back to them. Sure as the day is long, thank God there were 2 seats in front of Copy and not me. But that was still not far enough to not have to deal with this. So
Fuck off.
this chick gets up, and I say chick, and I'm sorry because I'm using an improper gender pronoun, and yes, I am. Because trust me, if you've seen this, you be know what I'm talking about. So she gets up, and in the middle of the plane, she goes, "F all y'all, this bag getting in this MFing compartment. Watch this shit." Lifts it above her head, goes storming past like she's in freaking, one of those tough mudder contests. Slams that shit into the thing. She can't get the door closed. She starts punching it. Then she's hitting it with 2 fists, like doing Hulk smashes. And I'm sitting there looking at this boy, and she's the whole time screaming, "This shit going in! This shit going in!" And I'm sitting there like, really? Is this happening right now? Like, we're going to end up on the internet. That's what's going to happen. We're going to end up on the internet. And when she gets it in, she like literally turns to the whole plane and was like, "I deserve a round of applause for that shit right there. That's some hero shit." And like, chick dudes flexing, and I was a little impressed. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little impressed. And again, loud and stupid is my type. On a normal day, I'd have been partying with these people, but it was Sunday. I was tired, man. I've been on my feet for like 72 hours straight. I was done. But I mean, that you had that. Then they were screaming the whole time. I don't know if they were arguing with the flight attendant or or they were friends. I don't know. It was this weird dynamic. But I mean, this one kid was screaming, making like weird dying cat noises the whole time. I'm just looking up at copy, and I can see his head going like this, and he's texting me, "This is some fucked up shit." I'm like, "Dude, shut up! I'm trying to die right now. I just want to go into a coma and wake up and this nightmare to be over because I'm done. I'm sitting there trying to. Oh man, can't." So I'm driving with y'all next year. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off like that.
And that's why I drive. That's exactly why I drive to avoid.
I'm gonna chip in for gas. I'm gonna make snack bags for all of us. I'm gonna map out some excellent road stops. I'm gonna buy you lunch just so I don't have to even think of dealing with that shit again next year. Not even a chance.
And that's more stuff we can bring back on the way back. So there you
go. You got another set of hands right here. You just gotta stop in Queens on the way back.
There you go.
On the way. It's on the way.
Almost.
Sure.
Almost.
It's up and around, but we can get there.
we should rent a camper.
Oh my god.
I am not getting in a camper with you heathens. Down. If we actually do a road trip.
Yo, you see problems. See, I was like, yo, that wasn't me. It might have been you. You riding up in that plane? Might have been one of them people drunk. But look, you see problems and like crazy shit. I see best time ever.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know?
Look, either way, it's going on YouTube somehow. I'm gonna
have to document it.
I'm gonna make an IG live. I'm just gonna be like, this is it, y'all.
Yo, we could stream the entire trip and charge.
Oh God, the numbers we would get.
We might get some good numbers.
Sounds like an idea.
I don't even know what's in this. I haven't drank out of this since. I ain't drank out of this since Otto's birthday. I don't even know what's in it.
I wouldn't know.
All right. What's the mystery liquid? What do we got?
It's either old vodka or new gin.
I knew it was vodka.
You wouldn't know.
It's old vodka or new gin. Either way, I'm not drinking any more of it. I'm gonna move on to something else. But
Speaking about botanicals.
Yo, did all your viewers click off already? You're like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? If I haven't.
Nah, we got a solid 8 people right now. We're just freaking getting people in.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is sweet. All right, so you guys need to really get back to comics and stuff before somebody can.
But let's talk to the one
We're
guy
definitely
who's
road tripping next year.
Yeah.
Let's talk to the one guy who didn't have to travel anywhere. This fucking guy right here.
That's right. All I had to do was drive 20 minutes from my house.
Man.
I've been going to Megacon for at least 15 years. And let me tell you, this is the worst I've ever seen on a Saturday. I've never seen anything like it. It took 30 minutes to walk to the bathroom, let alone the line at the men's room. It was crazy. I was like, am I in the right line? Shit. Oh, okay.
You know what? For once, the women's bathroom didn't have a line. I was shocked.
No, the men's bathroom.
I did see that at one point. At one point, I
walked into the women's restroom at one point. I walked past everyone looking at me. I'm like, yo, it's 2022, girl.
Yeah, well.
Don't say me. Yeah.
You could probably get away with it now. I don't know.
I did get away with it. I went to the bathroom. It was lovely.
But yeah, that Saturday was the worst. I almost felt claustrophobic because it was that bad. Yeah. And it's sorry to say, if someone would have yelled fire, there'd be thousands of.
Yeah, it would have been bad.
There'd be thousands of dead kids and you name it, because
that was bad.
Yeah, they did say already 2 weeks in advance that the tickets were sold out for the weekend, and it was just crazy. And I was like, yeah, I can see why they oversold the tickets, trying to make up for something. Parking was a nightmare, and I was getting there every day at 8:00, and still was a pain in the ass to get in.
Yeah,
same.
Let alone get out. It took 40 minutes to get out of there. It was just horrible.
On the first day, it took us about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Thursday, we couldn't get out. because it was
Thursday.
No.
Yeah, Thursday.
Thursday was
Thursday.
bad. Trying to get out one way.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We had to go out the other
We had
way.
to go out the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it was about 30 minutes on Thursday, but Friday, Saturday, dude, it just got really bad. And yeah, it's just kind of scary in some way. You know, all it takes is one crazy ass to do something, and that'd be it. It'll be all over the news.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I've been going for years since I left New York almost 20 years ago. Because, you know, I was used to going to New York Comic Con, Big Apple Con,
Yeah.
even whatever cons or shows they had in New Jersey. But, you know, now being, you know, with Mike and our own little venture and our business, you know, we've been going to so many other cons across the country. It's different, just very different. So
yeah, I liked it better when we were just going to hang out.
Yeah.
I liked it better when we were just going to hang out, man. Working these things is a different animal, man. It's a different beast.
Yep.
It really is.
But we met some awesome people. I guess we're all going to talk about our experiences after, because we let me tell you, I mean, smell aside, I had probably the best time working a con that I've ever had. We made a lot of new friends, a lot of new connections, if you want to call them that. But I like to think of it as friends, man. Just people in the community, people that I've seen on videos that I never got to meet in real life. Maybe I saw them in passing. Maybe never seen them at all. And like got to hang out and just get to know people outside of shows and outside of their video personas. It was just a really eye-opening experience for me. And we're definitely gonna have a bunch of shout outs for some people that we met over the course. So
hell yeah.
Definitely. But I'm gonna start off the whole experience thing real quick. I'm not gonna show my stuff until last. Full disclosure.
I think you should spread it out, man, because that's a lot. Guys, I saw all his stuff. It's so badass. Everything is badass. All right. Everything.
I'll show a couple things. I have the images. I don't have the stuff with me because you see this little furry creature that keeps crossing ahead of me. She does not like when I show off stuff at all because she'll get scared and then she'll start like knocking into shit, and I don't really want to have that. So, yes, still supporting Chewy. Absolutely, sir. You can't see it because I'm having technical difficulties with both my internet and my lights. The return is going very well. More like, you know, driving 50 miles an hour off a 100-foot cliff, going well. But so my experience with this is my first year doing Megacon. And I went there for one reason, which I will get to later. But first year, I got this. So you're going to see bright, shiny, brand new Copy 801 getting there the first day, all bright and bushy-tailed, you know. I got the VIP pass. I'm like, I got this. This is gonna be amazing. Like, hell yeah. I'm gonna get in Thursday. I'm gonna get all this stuff done. You know, it was an interesting experience. I was on my feet every day, all day.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Like, I barely ate anything the first day. The rest of the days I ate, but it was just like everything was just I still have a blister on the back of my right foot to this day, which I have torn open because I've been working every day since I got back. So that blister is still there, and it still reminds me of how much of a fucked up time it was. But I was supposed to leave on Saturday night.
Tell the story. I can't wait for the story. Here we go.
But I didn't. You know why? Because my flight got canceled.
Yeah.
So my hotel and everything, I had all my bags. I'm at the airport. Flight get canceled. I call up Mike. Thank God at like 10:30. I'm like, dude, my flight got canceled. Do you have room in your hotel room? He goes, yeah, man, we could have you over. I'm like, where are you? Sends me the address. $65 Uber ride, and 10 minutes later,
Oof.
I show up at a hotel that I can only describe as like hood chic.
Yeah,
Like
that's
this
what I
is
said.
like this is the
Just the first
nicest
called
this is the
Ghetto.
dingiest nice
Yo,
hotel I've ever been to.
but that's me in like a nutshell, right? I'm a little hood chic, bro.
I mean, it was very appropriate for you. Not what I was used to at all. Like this is a
Yeah,
hotel. This is from the Rossin Center, but this isn't like
I
the one that I stayed with. I stayed at the
see,
one
that's
right
the one I
across from
thought
the
I booked. See,
convention.
that's what happened. In all
Hmm.
seriousness, I thought I booked that bougie ass place that's like walking distance, and literally until I had to check in, that's exactly where I thought I was staying. So Lenny's driving me to the hotel. I'm like, Lenny, you went right past. He's like, that's not where you're staying. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, there's 3 Rosins, and I'm like, well, which one? Which one am I in?
Oh, you said
Because I
it's
thought I was in that one right there, and we still driving though, and it's good. So we get into this place, and I was just like, all right, cool. I didn't know we were filming the sequel to 8 Mile, but all right. So let's just go in this place. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. It was clean, and apparently this is like a more family centric. Like it looked hood to me because I used to work in hotels and travel a lot for work, so I always stayed in like really nice hotels because we worked in the hotel industry. So I never stayed in like a crappy place, and I don't want to say it was crappy. It wasn't what I was used to. I know
Low budget.
I sound like a bougie motherfucker right now, but it's the truth. I'm sorry. I haven't stayed in a place like this since I was like in college, and that's exactly what it felt like I was in college, which was kind of cool. But anyway,
And you remember?
I remember some of it.
You remember some of it?
I have glimpses of like moments of clarity. I did go to pay. Look, I graduated, man. I got 2 degrees, so I must have done something right at that point. I don't remember it.
Nice.
I did something right. But yeah, I digress. So anyway, Mike's rant this time is brought to you by Ramz Point Peanut Butter Whiskey. Ramz Point. So if you ever feel like sponsoring us, Ramz Point, feel free to do that. This stuff's pretty good.
I can't.
So
Continue.
So just to give everybody a little bit of an image. So this hotel, picture, like the like the Love Shack hotels, about like 6-7 stories high, and you know how in order to get into the hotels, you don't go through the inside. You go through the outside. And it's got like a whole balcony and it's just one row. That's the whole place. And there's like 4 buildings just like it. And of course, Mike's building is like the last fucking building. Like I walked in, they're like, oh, okay, what's the, I said, oh, my friend's staying here, he said me I could come by. They're like, okay, sure, let's go check with him. Oh, they got this guy here for you. He goes, oh, it's okay. He's like, oh, they said it's okay to come by. Oh, here's a map of the complex. This is what you do. You go down here, you go through here, and then you go straight and you go up. I'm like, cool story. So I go through, I go to the first building.
And Mike passed out already?
I get the elevator up. No. So I make a left, I believe. I go all the way down. And I go so far down that there's a little connecting bridge from building to building. I got to cross over this fucking bridge to go to his building. And I'm like, this is not what they told me. Because I'm following the numbers at this point. And then to get to his hotel from the elevator, I got to go all the way around. So I got a blister on my foot. I'm tired. My flight's canceled. I got a bunch of shit with me. And I got to walk a half mile after getting to the hotel just to get to this guy's room. So that was a fun experience. We ended up watching really bad 90s movies, which was another good experience. Don't get me wrong. They were bad, but they were so bad they were good.
Yo, the night before we blew our load, bro. We got trashed the night before, man.
We drank a little bit too.
We drank in the room too, but like the night previously, we'd gone out and got trashed. I couldn't do that 2 nights in a row. And plus, Copy calls me up. He's like, I need someplace to stay. See, I was going to go get drunk with NRG. That was my goal. I was going to call them and go get drunk. That was the plan. But then, you're like, a friend in need is a friend indeed. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we'll do that. And then me and my homeboy, who is this guy's mini-me, We were gonna go out. We had every intention on going out. We're like, where are these guys? And then I'm not gonna lie to you, it was kind of a cool cop out. I was just gonna call NRG, be like, yo, let's just have a hood hotel party up in this bitch because that's where we're at anyway. So it's not like they're gonna throw us out. So we should have just did that. We probably could have opened we could have paid for the whole trip by opening like a weekly trap house out of that bitch. I'm telling you right now. We could have just did a trap house and been like, yo, all the Megacon is paid for. Everything we buy and sell is cream. Not that I would know how to do that. I know people looking at me like, wait, what's this? What's he talking about trap house? What does he mean by a trap house?
Don't worry about it, folks.
Yo, people are Googling right now, like, what's he talking about? And they'll be like, oh, damn.
It's like, oh, shit.
All right. I'm sorry. All right, dude, you got to mute me or something, man.
You're okay.
This is...
I mean, I want to see your stuff, and I'm holding up the process, and I want to see your stuff.
Oh my god!
So, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It was an event. It was an event, but just this is hope.
Okay.
This is hope, and
right.
This is no hope.
Wow.
This is the definition of despair.
Oh shit!
This was on the flight right after takeoff with all the people that Mike was talking about.
You can see the little kid that was sitting next to me.
That's the one. Oh my god!
Oh my god! I can't.
And I was like, yo, I don't want to hit someone else's kid, but I want to hit someone else's kid.
Wait, which flight did you originally have that got canceled? Which airline?
Oh, good story. I had Spirit.
Oh, so you had no one to blame but yourself for that.
Yeah, let me tell you where you went wrong.
I never flew Spirit before. I don't know these things, but they were no help. They were no help, and somehow I was able to get a flight for like $500. I was able to get on Mike's JetBlue flight for like $500 the day before. And it was really cool because like at first I'm like, oh, I got this flight. He goes, I think I got the same one. We looked at it, we're like, oh, that's awesome, man. Where are you? I'm in like row 22. I'm like, yo, I'm in like 20, man. It's gonna be sweet. Yeah, and then the drunk brigade comes on, all 1,500 of them.
Oh god.
Just, getting all stupid on everything, and that kind of ruined everything because we were texting.
But in fairness, if we were drunk, we would have been right along with them. So let's not judge too harshly.
You're just blending.
Yeah. If I had a couple drinks in me, I'd have been right along with them. Like, yo, give me a round of applause. I'd have taken that broad's bag and slammed it into a fucking compartment.
Yeah, you would have taken something else and slammed it into it.
Yeah.
I like a strong woman. Ask my wife. My wife's a strong, independent woman. I like that.
Well, the worst part about the flight is that, sometimes you sit next to someone who's cool and all this stuff, because I was having trouble with my bag too, but I wasn't being nearly as obnoxious as these people. Because my bag was freaking stuffed. Like my bag is like like my width in just shit. And
you were that guy for a minute.
Yeah, so this big. So I had to fit it under the seat, but it was like really getting awkward, and one of the flight attendants was helping me, and I'm apologizing to this like young woman next to me, pretty nice, but whatever. I'm engaged. She's married. Nothing's ever going to happen, but still a nice person. I'm apologizing. I'm like, I'm so sorry. My bag's like right over here. And she goes, no, it's okay. I'm like, no, really, like, I feel really bad. I got a lot of this stuff. The flight before was like, it can hold more stuff than this. She's like, okay, I'm like, you must think I'm a fucking stooge, don't you? So, like, sometimes people will be like, they'll talk to a stranger because they're an extroverted person. This person, hell no. She must have thought that I was a fucking nut job just like these people. But anywho, my turn. So again, I don't have my stuff with me, but I did I did upload a bunch of the photos. So I mentioned I was there for one reason. You'll see half of it now. So this is Sweet Paprika #1, the Art Germ variant, signed by the man himself, Art Germ, and by Mirka Andolfo. So Mirka Andolfo's writing. She's writing Sweet Paprika and doing the art. She also did the art and wrote Unsacred, another very fun book. And she also wrote and did the art for this one too, which I have here. This is the
cover.
this
God
is
damn,
the
that's beautiful.
this is the Art Germ Collectibles exclusive Virgin variant to Mercy #1.
Nice.
And it is signed by both of them, both Art Germ and Mirka Andolfo. Now, Mirka Andolfo was super, super nice. And I'm looking for the photo of her. Here she is. Very nice lady. She will be at Terrificon. If anybody's going over there, very nice. Signed a bunch of stuff for me.
To Terrificon.
But
man, Lenny, we might have to go.
Yeah, maybe.
I think we have to. It's our birthday weekend. We gotta go.
But so I went there mainly to see Art Germ and his guys. I'm a big, huge fan of him and a big, huge fan of the artists that he works with. So you have Ejikuri, you have Kendrick Kunka Lim, and you've got Derek Chu. Now they also had an exclusive panel there too. You spend $150, you get complete access to the panel, which was a Q&A. And so these guys up over here will know because they went to the panel with me. I was like, oh my God, you guys are here too. Yay. I'm going to be sitting here alone. So,
it must be nice to be able to enjoy a con, bro.
Get your ass up here. They got boxes still.
So this was the panel. This was the panel, and you got some exclusive stuff. And of course, you know, I'm sitting next to these two, and I'm like, hey, you gonna ask a question? And what did you say? You were like, nah, I'm gonna let all the other weebs go first. I'm like, thinking to myself, I'm like, well, guess that makes me a weeb because I'm gonna ask a fucking question. And there were like 3 people that asked or 4 ahead of me, and they're asking, you know, not dumb questions, but you know, questions that they're prepared for.
What's technical questions and everything else?
What's your favorite artist? What character did you want? Is there any character that you want to draw? What was your inspiration? What do you want to do? I walked up there. I didn't give a fuck. I walked right up there.
You walked up and chose violence.
I walked right up there. I'm like, hey guys, how are you? Nobody else is like, you know, super casual. I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? Nice to see you again.
Right.
So I look at them with a little twinkle. I'm like, hey, so you guys travel a lot, right? Give me your worst travel experience.
They had to stop for a minute.
Half the room starts erupting and half the room starts laughing. They start laughing. The other half is like, I can't believe you just asked that question.
And they looked, the 2 guys looked at him like, really?
Yes.
Really?
Violence was chosen.
Yep. And the junior artist, Ejikuri, he answers first. He goes right up to the mic and he just goes, this trip.
I was like, this one.
I am up there in front of the mic just trying not to die laughing because I'm like, yo, this guy. And then we found out that it took them 23 hours to get there. And we're all like, oh shit, you know, you guys really, it took them a long time. And each one of them answered and they were all very gracious. And, you know, they got a little bit of a chuckle and the whole audience got a little bit of a chuckle. And I walked past, and right when I finished, I'm like, oh, thanks guys, thanks so much. I walked back to these guys over here, and they're both looking at me like, nice.
we encourage violence.
Oh yeah.
Because that was honestly a question.
And then it went back to the boring questions.
Would you recommend?
What's your favorite character?
It's like we don't care. Let's get some good ones in.
But I will say this:
how many inches from the shaft do you like to hold the pencil, sir? How many inches? Do you like to grab it at the shaft, or do you like to give it a little room so the head can breathe?
Oh damn!
See, I was going to ask them which kind of hentai they would like to write.
Yo, right?
Yo, that's fantastic.
Is there bad hentai?
There's no such thing as a bad hentai.
That's true. That is very true. But Art Germ, I will say this: he had sass. Art Germ was so sassy to some of these questions. Oh my god, it was fantastic. One person was like, "Can you name me a character?" He's like, "Give me a character that you would love to draw." And we looked at each other when he answered this. Art Germ literally deadpan looks right in this guy's eyes and goes, "I've drawn every character that I want to draw, so none." And me and them, let's look at each other. We're like, "Oh shit, this guy just schooled him right now."
It's like I literally drawn everything.
He should have said like Little Lulu and a mutated Tigger in the form of a squid hentai. See, there you go.
So you know what's so funny? So now that he said that, I'm like, wait, so that means he has drawn hentai? Now I need to see these hentai prints. See?
He's done. He probably got a Patreon somewhere. He probably got a Patreon.
Yeah. Arlie, everybody gets their start in porn. Everyone gets their start in porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, one thing I forgot to mention was there was an exclusive to this too. So you pay to do this Q&A, you get an exclusive store folio with a trade dress and a version of Dark Stars Morrigan #1. And it was a beautiful cover. And I'm a nut job, so I got all 4 of them to sign one cover, which is the virgin copy. And that's what it looked like.
Nice.
We got one too.
Ooh, hold on.
There's more?
Yeah. So
that's the store folio.
That's the folio.
So they're numbered 1 to 200 because there's only 200 made. And on the back is a COA with everything.
We got 151. 159.
Yep. So that one shows you, what which one you got, and they got a couple. So
nice.
Yep. And we kept our Art Germ experience.
Yeah, I got mine too. Oh, that was an experience. Are you gonna frame it?
Well,
them or me?
Whoever.
This is mine, so it's staying like this. It's staying just like this, close to my heart.
And that is the right answer. Now, that is the right answer. Now, there's one other person that I met before, and she is Ariel Diaz. So she's pretty famous on the convention circuit, and she just started doing comic covers. And I'm trying to find it because she did. So I bought 2 prints from her last year in New York, and I bought another print from her this year. And this is the print that I bought from her this year that she drew. It is
nice.
It is a foil Supergirl print.
Nice.
And I saw this go up on her website I don't know 3 months ago, and I'm like, I need that. I don't care, I need it. But I dragged my ass about buying it, and then I bought it here at the convention. There she is, and it
almost looks like Art Germ.
It kind of
Yes.
does.
That's why I like her style so much, because it
Same.
takes a lot from that. She actually gave Art Germ a a drawing
job?
of a character that he came up with. So she actually gave him something at the convention, which was freaking fabulous and crazy at the same time. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So that was
Lenny,
awesome.
we missed out, bro. These books are awesome.
But so one thing that you guys didn't see, and I'm going to adjust my phone because guess what? She's running low on battery power. And let's see if this will work. There we go. All
You
right.
better not lose power, man, because then you're leaving us three unattended. And,
Oh, no,
I will
I just
take
plugged
no
it.
responsibility for what we do on your show and ruin your reputation. I'm just saying.
Oh no, I just plugged it. I just plugged the power in, but I had to switch the phone because I can't have it go on the bottom and then do that. So, anywho's, now you're gonna see my massive finger as
Yeah,
I
where are all people
scroll
at?
through these
What are all
paws.
these guys doing on a Sunday night? Where's Otto? Where's Roger? Where are all these people? Why are they not watching this show right now?
Exactly.
I'm gonna start drunk texting people right now online. Watch this. I'm gonna start drunk texting motherfuckers. Watch. Here we go.
Now,
They're gonna be like,
one
Mike's
thing I
been
didn't
drinking.
mention was that Ariel Diaz had her own convention exclusive, and it was for Miss Meow #1, and it showed the Megacon logo in the background. Like as if it was at a red carpet event. You know how they have the logo and they have somebody in front of it and all that stuff. So, she had that as the exclusive. There were only some of them produced, and there was a further limited, which was the Virgin. Now, I bought 2 Miss Meow mystery boxes, and these 2 up here know, but they didn't see all the stuff that I got.
Oh.
So I pulled a 1-year anniversary cover, and I got the Virgin foil exclusive, limited to, they said, 5.
Wait, 5? Like 5?
5.
Like actually,
5.
Wow.
So,
So, of course, I had the writer sign it, and I had Ariel Diaz sign it. And this is the 1-year anniversary cover, and the left is going to be the Virgin foil exclusive.
Oh,
I remember that one.
Yes. See, the other one I didn't see. This one I was gonna get, but I was like, eh.
Damn, they gave her some thighs.
I was gonna say, so the one with where she's thicker than a Snicker, that was the 5.
Yep, the one to the left, that is a limited to, I believe that is limited to 5 copies.
Wow.
And I got one of them, and I got it signed. So
that's sexy. Man. I don't know. I haven't perved at an ink like that since Jessica Rabbit came out. I ain't gonna lie, man. Put that back up for a second. Hold on. That is hot as fuck. Yo, that is hot as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Mikey, you say you don't like. Mikey, you say you don't like curvy women.
No, I never said that, sir. I just said
that doesn't sound like the Mike I know.
Exactly. Thank you, man. See, somebody knows me. You would think my best friend would know better. Lenny, you act like I had standards before I got married. Let's be real fucking honest.
I've known you. I've known you long enough.
You've known me long enough, and you have seen me in action. All right, man. Let's not mince words here. My range goes from here to there to everywhere. Anyway, I digress. Isn't this about comics? I do love that. I love that cover. How much you want for it?
That's not for sale.
No. That is definitely not for sale, sir. That is definitely not for sale. I'll limit it to 5.
Work something out behind the building, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know, man. You'd have to get me something else that's limited to 5. I'll tell you that now. I'll tell you that now.
Let me see if I can. Regret for the next 20 years, huh?
Probably. Let me see if there's anything else that's cool that I should show now. So we've got that one. Let's see. Oh, there's this guy.
Hello.
Oh, is it our turn already? Wait.
Hey now. Look at that handsome Hispanic. Good God Almighty. Is that one of the one sign that I got? Because I did get a couple.
Yeah, that was your. I believe that's your crow. Yeah, it's your
No,
crow.
that's not the crow. That's not the crow, man. That's House of
Oh,
Slaughter.
Oh, it's a House of Slaughter. You were so
Did any
happy
of you
about
get
that,
the
man.
crow? Did any of you get that Suyan crow, bro?
Yes.
Fire
I
as fuck.
did.
He did. He did.
Oh,
That
did.
what was it? That $300 one?
Hell yeah. You know what? After I saw it, I was like, you know what? At first when I heard it was 300, I'm like, nah. And then after I kept going over to his booth, man, I had a couple things signed. I was talking to him for a little bit. I looked up and I was like, damn it, I should have bought that book. I hate you right now. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it's a gorgeous book. It's only what, 75 made?
There were only 75 made. So what happened was the morning of Thursday, me and Javon Jordan, we went to BTG and we saw Suyan there and they were selling the book and they had the poster. I said, holy shit. Well, the whole thing, let me backtrack. On Wednesday, when everybody was setting up, I went over to the booth to see what they had. And I saw that they had the crow there. I'm going like, they have the fucking book. I got to get it when they open up. Little did I know, Thursday I come in and I find out it's the metal one, and they only made 75. I said, "Shit, all right, I gotta get it. Let me get one." So me and Javon got both. We both got one, and they gave me an additional book when you bought this. They gave you the exclusive out of print Department of Truth that was like super super rare and nobody can get it. So Javon had a bunch of books that he wanted Suyan to do. So he gave him his books, and Suyan signed that Department of Truth. That was the first one. I got the second one. So when I gave Suyan this one, he goes and says, this is the first time I'm ever signing the metal book, and I'm doing a sketch. And I said, please, bless it. And he goes like this, all right, so I'm going to do this. First Sig. So this is the first time he's ever signed this book, the metal book. I have the first one ever.
Wow.
That's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. He was so happy. You gotta know. He was so happy.
You didn't get that graded.
I was running like a little girl going, look at. I showed Mike, he said, my fiance, you motherfucker. I said, look, he even put first Sig. He said, that's first Sig? He said, yeah, that's bullshit.
And you know what? And both you and Javon were both like, "Yo, go get that book." And I looked at you both. I'm like, 300, got your mind. I was like, nah. And it was only Thursday. I haven't spent that any money. And you want me to drop 300 on day one in the morning? And you know what? And you and Javon both said it. You want that book. And I was like, I do, but I don't want to drop 3 right now.
I just wanted to get at the show, and he only had 75 copies of it.
I know.
This one, the McFarlane Department of Truth.
Well,
and not,
right now,
everything's 2020 in hindsight. Now I'm gonna poke my fucking eyes out for not getting it.
That was like this one.
Well, my son was hanging out with Javon right now in Phoenix.
Oh
yeah.
He's at that Phoenix Con. My son's there. It's been the last 3 days.
And Fusion.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my son plays back.
I did listen to copy on this one though. I listened to copy on this one. This is another sexy ass cover.
I missed that one. I didn't get that one.
So this is the Warren Lowe blend sketchbook number 4. First time he did it in a comic book form, and they had it in a foil that was limited to 100, and only 25 of them were signed. So
wow.
I
like me some Warren Lowe, so I had to get that. And then I got Mike to go over there and buy one too. I was like,
yeah, you got me. Yeah, you did get me to get that one, man. That one was too nice to pass up. So was that Crow one, but I just I paused, man. You hesitate, man. You hesitate in this game, and you lose, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Next time you go to a con and you think, you know what, I might want that book. Just bite the pillow and bite the book.
Buy it.
Buy the book, man. Just buy the book.
Buy it.
That's it.
Worst case scenario, you could always sell it if you got buyer's remorse.
Exactly.
If you think you might want something, man, and it's limited to like 100 or 75, just buy the damn book, lay the money out. Worst case scenario, go back to your hotel room or the bathroom, when you're done posting selfies of your junk, throw it on eBay, make your money back, and go buy something else.
The whole day, Arlie was bringing it, like looking at me, and says, "You're not gonna spend more money, right?" And I go like, "Yeah." Right now.
Yo, every time you two walked past me, I was like, "Yo, what else did you buy? What else did you buy?" Every time I was on a line to go witness for a signature, somehow you two were on the same line with me with like a stack of big ass books, and I was like, "Yeah, like we're done. I was like, "That's what you said like 2 hours and 47 books ago, man. You ain't done. You're still going."
Nah, it's addictive.
It was bad, man. It was bad.
Addictive. But
we went there on a mission.
But see, I got that blend book too, though, and I did get both.
And you got both,
you got the foil?
buddy.
Yeah. I got the foil, and I got, man. Yeah, Warren Lou is a beast, bro. He's just a beast. And this Black Cat cover, man, I've not seen a Black Cat cover that I like more than this one. So, this is one time peer pressure worked, and I'm glad. I'm really glad.
Yeah.
Peer pressure.
Now, before I pass it off to somebody else to get theirs, I'm gonna let you guys know the reason. Some of you may know this in the audience. All you motherfuckers over here know. I couldn't shut the fuck up about this for the whole fucking time. So my goal at this convention. This is our Germ Collectibles and our Germ's only convention for the year in America.
Yep.
Wow.
I bought the VIP pass to get in half an hour early to get online because this man right here was the one who recommended me. This is Corey from our Germ Collectibles. He's the guy behind the scenes getting shit done.
Yeah.
And I've built a relationship with him over the past months to the point where I was able to get something done. So I brought me a Supergirl blank. Now, they were only doing one character per convention. One color, one black and white. Only one. And if they already did your character, you had to pick another.
Really?
Yep. So that's how serious it was. So we have Art Germ. We have Ejikuri, the junior artist. We have Kendrick Lim, Kunka, the partner. And we have Derek Chu, senior artist. I had Ejikuri, Derek Chu, and Kendrick Lim do this on the back of a blank. They did a triple remark for me. Now, it looks even nicer in person because they just killed it. Yeah. And Derek Chu did his remark in the style of Mike Turner. And he did a beautiful job. A beautiful job. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is the back of a blank. Now, I got this done first. I got online for Art Germ to do a commission for me on Thursday. I missed out. They were only doing 8 commissions a day.
Wow.
I was number 10 in line. I was fucking crushed that Thursday. Missed it by 2. Friday, he said, I don't know where I'm going to start the line. Everybody's congregating around the booth, waiting for him to give the word, because at 10 o'clock he gave the word. I got in there at 9:30. He gave the word. I was hanging around the booth, gave the word. I shoved myself in line and got this done. On the front.
The mic drops.
I was number 6. I was number 6 in line. First one up for a black and white, and I got the only Supergirl black and white for the entire convention. And this is, and I asked Corey this, This is the only Art Germ Collectibles jam piece with all 4 on one cover.
Wow.
This is the back. This is the front. This is the only piece in existence. There is no other cover. There is no other book that has all 4 artists on one book.
Nice.
This is the only one.
Here, I'm going.
Once again, front, back. Now, when I showed this to Mike, his jaw dropped and he said, "Are you getting it graded?" I said, "No." I said, "No." His jaw dropped again.
It's like,
and then I meandered my way back to the Art Germ Collectibles booth. I saw him there with his boy from Captured Collectibles. He goes, "Yo, are you serious? You're not getting that graded?" I said, "No." The guy from Captured Collectibles is like, "Are you fucking serious? Dude." He's like, "I saw them draw the whole time. I saw all."
I was like, before you leave this table, once you leave this table and it's out of everyone's point of vision, bro, we can't help you. I was like, are you sure? Are you 100% positive you don't want the only jam piece with 6 amazing pieces on them? I'm like, dude, I don't even give a shit. I'll pay for it. I literally told him, like, dude, I'll pay for it. I was like, I don't know.
And he still said no.
Need to know. I was like, bro, I'll pay for it. I don't care. And he didn't do it. God bless you, man. I don't know. Even if I wasn't a slab guy, and I'm not really a slab guy, man. My collection's 20% slab, 80% sushi. So I get it, but something like that is special, bro. I mean, that's something that, you know, you leave to me in your will, you know?
That's history.
That
was worth it. But kudos to you for sticking to your guns, bro.
Hey, listen, man, you kind of have to sometimes. You kind of have to, but like this is a piece now when I go to like next time I go to the 3-men swap, or when I go to freaking, or when I go to Terrificon and I see all you guys there and I see everybody else there. This is a piece that like I'll bring with me to be like, yo, you want to see something fucking cool? Let me show you something cool. Can we at least chip
in and get you like a Slabbit skin or a Gator Guard or one of them joints?
Yeah, the one with the magnet.
Like, you can't walk around with something like that in a measly fucking bag and board, bro. I mean, it deserves better.
That's Mylar or something. That's more.
That's not even Mylar. That's better than Mylar. That's like clear. That's clear backing board. Mylar. A top loader made out of Swarovski.
You see what Big Lion Cat wrote?
No, what did he say?
All I know is that Big Lion Cat wants to see me in women's underwear. It's a little weird, but hey, let's not rule anything out, bro. $20 is $20, BL. BLC, $20 is $20, baby, and Daddy needs New York Comic Con money.
It belongs in the museum.
Starting bid $1. Nah, but I got something to put it. I've got something to put it in. I'm gonna put it in a clear backing board. I'm gonna buy one, or I'll find one somewhere, and then I'm gonna put it in one of those.
Shout out to Something Wong running the boards. I didn't know Something Wong was running the boards. What's going on, brother? Got Nick Golcha up in the piece too.
Something Wong.
I'm catching up to who's in there. Moonlit, what's up, Michelle? I'm just like looking in now. All I see is Big Cat trying to egg me on, talking about me in underwear. Papa, hey. Like I said, everybody's got their price, but
yeah, apparently his is $1.
No, that was for your comic book, not for me in the women's underwear. There's a difference, all right? At least $10 starting bid for that. Come on.
$10 starting bid.
Yeah, come on. At least
I mean, if we keep going like that, we might as well get one of these. You know what I'm saying?
What do you got? Oh, real justice, baby. Real justice.
That's not justice. At all.
But that was and one thing I didn't mention, which I don't have with me, I don't have any of the photos because I haven't really taken them. We had Art Germ and Ejikori and Derek Chu sign, between books and prints, they signed 65 books for me.
Whew. Yeah, it was a lot. I saw the
And
bag.
I didn't slab any of them because I didn't slab any of them.
Now I got to ask you, man. I'm going to ask you point blank, because I know these signatures aren't cheap, right? I know they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but the time and the effort that you really put in. And when I'm telling you, this man put in time and effort to get this done. I got to ask you, what's the deal with you and slabbing? Is it just something you don't like in general? Something you don't like on your sign books? Why don't you tell me and probably half the people in this that are watching this video be like, yo, my man spent like a G on signatures and didn't grade one book. Meanwhile, you got motherfuckers sending in like Wildcats 3 because they think it's a 9.8. So tell us why you wouldn't get these amazing books graded, but you got people sending in garbage every day. Please enlighten us.
Sure. So I don't get my books slabbed because I'm a very tactile person. I like to feel what I have in front of me. It's the same reason why I read my books physically and not digitally. Because when I get all of these books signed, so this isn't the first time I've gone overboard on signatures. I did the same thing to Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor. I had them sign like about 40 books for me. Those are they're my reader copies. They're my copies that I read, that I've read, that I'm going to reread. So one thing I have found is that, yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to have somebody sign a whole bunch of books like that, but when they know that it's not going to be slabbed, it gives them a bit more to the person because I'm going to appreciate it. Every time I reread these books, I'm going to look at the front cover, I'm going to see it signed, and then I'm going to read it and I'm going to have a smile on my face because I appreciated them so much that I paid to have them sign the book. And they are going to appreciate the fact that I appreciated them. And it's just that whole reciprocal nature that's going to stay with me. Because I'm not making any profit off of it. I'm not going to sell it for money. It's stuff that I like. And
so it's personal.
I like it so much. I want you to sign my reader copy for me. And I don't care if it gets a little beat up, or if I accidentally put a spine tick in it, or if there's a fold in the paper. It's just the fact I showed them that I appreciate them, and I'm going to keep it with me forever. Even if I have multiple copies of the same book, I still get to look at it and look through it, and I could still look through the pages. I could feel the book and run my hand over the cover, feel the raised nature of the signature. It's just a more tactile thing for me because when it's inside of a case, it takes a little bit of that realism away. It's like, it's pretty much, to me, it's like a piece of history. I understand preserving it, but you could do that in Mylar with a full back and a little, like, in the clear tissue paper type thing you put in it. But keeping it in its raw form for me it's just more tactile. It feels more real than, like keeping something in a case or putting something in a frame. Like, yeah, the frame is nice, but I'm going to want to go through that once in a while. I'm going to want to see it. So that's the full answer for me.
Wow, I ain't gonna lie, man. You make me want to go get a hammer and take it to my entire CGC drawer right now. That is some pure, unadulterated comic love, man. I feel dirty right now putting my book. Man, you just made the most compelling anti-slabbing argument I have ever heard from anyone. Like, you actually touched me a little bit, not in the way that you get touched in the truck stop bathroom, but in a different way. Damn, bro. I might tear up a little bit. Shit, am I doing this wrong?
Yes, you are. Everything you know is a lie.
damn, my whole life's a lie now, bro.
Your whole life is a lie. Everything you've wasted your entire life. You're gonna have to start over.
Nah, but I'm not like. Listen, I'm never gonna knock anybody for I'm never gonna knock anybody for slabbing anything. It's just not for me. It's just not for me because I like the realism. I like to feel the book. I like to do that. I like to
Listen, not all of our customers grade their books either, man. Like, and I've heard the same thing. A lot of these old school collectors that are Spineworks clients, some of them I'm like, hey, do you want to see these things? They're like, nah, I'm not doing that. I was like, really? Because I mean, this is an Avengers #4. Like, really, this is an Avengers #1. This is a TOS 39. You're not gonna grade it? Nah, I've been collecting since I bought that off the rack for my grandpappy, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what? And I look at them, I'm like, yeah, you probably did. But I get it, man, and it's that pure like love for the books. I mean, I'll be honest, like I said, 80% of my personal collection is sushi, and it's gonna stay that way. Like the books that I get graded, I've either bought them that way or, I get them signed, but I'm like you, I only get lower grade books signed. If it's a high grade book, unless I just bought it, it's not getting signed. Like if I come across a high grade GSX one, nobody's writing on that book. No one's writing on that book. But if I get a lower grade copy, like a 6 or a 5 or something below that, those are the books I want to get signed because they have character. I've read them 100 times. I flipped through it myself. I'm not scared to handle it. I know a guy. But those are the books I bring to get signed. And the reason I encapsulate them is because eventually they're going to my son. And I don't know if my son is going to love comics as much as I do or if he'll handle them the way I do. He might handle them the way I do, but like, yo, look at this thing. It's great. And I'm like, no, Steph, you wrote on that. What are you doing? What are you doing? We can't get more of those. But yeah, man, you just really you really touched me and made me realize why I don't grade all of my books either. Because I too like to open them up and I touch them, and it's become like my unofficial battle cry is open your damn books. And the reason I tell clients to do it is so that they can look inside to make sure that the book is all there. And Lenny put this into my head years ago. Like again, Obi-Wan, thank you, or should I say Obi-Juan? Thank you. And and Lenny put that into my head years ago, and I've kept it with me. And now I yell and scream at people to do it, but it's true. But you shouldn't just open your books to see if they're fucked up because you spent a lot of money on them. You should open your books because they're books. They're books. They really are meant to be enjoyed. I know we all get caught up in what we're flipping, what we're selling, how much money we're going to make on them. But every so often, I do it. I open my books. I read them. I don't do that weird sniffing shit because, people do that. Like, I get it. I know that comic book smell, but I could get it when I take it out of the bag. I don't need to put it right up to my face and be like that dude in, what was that, Charlie's Angels? Remember? He was like sniffing hair. That's fucking weird. But experience your books, man. Take a little time. Like, if you want to date with Ava Mendes, would you just, take pictures of her with your phone all night? Or would you get in there and, I mean, even Ryan Gosling, shit, I still get in there. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do. But like you said, man, tactile, touching, feeling these things and enjoying them and reading them. Understanding the story. Why is this key book significant? Not just because an app told you it was, but because something really cool happened in the story, something pivotal in comic history, something that's just, holy shit, I didn't know that character could do that. Or this is where this person came into play. So a lot's to be said for that, man. And again, sorry for going off on tangents. It's just kind of what I do.
No, you're good. You're good. I mean, listen, one of my favorite books, one of my favorites, and I'm a huge Star Trek fan. One of my favorite books is, and I'm a big Green Lantern fan too. I don't talk about that too much, but love Green Lantern, love Star Trek. IDW and DC did a crossover with Green Lantern and with Star Trek.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They did 2. They did one called Spectrum War and then Stranger Worlds. So Spectrum War was all the Green Lantern guys, all the the spokespeople, whatever, the head lantern for each whatchamacallit core came to the Star Trek universe, and they each had one ring with them. So one person in the Star Trek universe got a ring. One got a yellow ring, one got an orange ring, one got a blue ring. And the story that they came up with was so amazing. And then they did a continuation where where you saw the story go on and conclude. And those books are dollar bin books every single day of the week. But just reading them, looking at the story, looking at the panels, every single book, at the end of every single book was an oh shit moment that I do not care if you have every single variant of both series in a 9/8 and you're a huge fan. You read those books and you're a fan of both franchises, you will go to the end of those books and have such an oh shit moment where you can't wait to read the next one. And it's just so pure and amazing. And when I read the end of it, I'm like, this just opens up for another fucking sequel. And I'm still waiting for it. Hasn't happened yet. But
so underrated. So underrated, man. That was one of the coolest crossovers. And I bought every cover to that entire run. And I thought I was the only one. Now I feel good, man. Now I can come out of the closet as a huge fan of that series. Coming out of a lot of closets, huh? So that was an amazing series. You're absolutely right. And I'm a Trekkie as well. I love it. I actually, I even have the plushies of Kirk and Picard. I'm Kirk, Picard, Spock, and Riker. I have 4 plushies. I have all 4 of them. And but yeah, dude, that was an amazing run. Like, guys, if you haven't read this, you could pick up this entire run for under $15, and you could read arguably one of the coolest crossovers of 2 mediums that you've ever seen. Like Copy said, dude, I love that whole series.
Glad to see that you're showing it some love. I wasn't expecting that. That was a really good turn for the conversation.
And you know what? I didn't hate Batman Odyssey from Neil Adams. I'll come out and say it. I might be in a very, very small minority of people here, but I did not hate Batman Odyssey. I actually kind of dug it. It goes along with Neil Adams' weird science theories. May he rest in peace. But he just like took in a lot of his flat Earth, hollow Earth, which is not too far off for a guy like me. But like, there are some interesting stories that get passed off and passed over, like, you know, the Green Lantern Star Trek crossover, like Batman Odyssey, that you don't really read right away. But if you took the time and you actually did read them, you could appreciate nuances of each, group. There's things to be to be taken from them. Like, if you're into conspiracy theories and you're not reading Department of Truth, you're wasting your life right now. Like, if you've ever watched a conspiracy theory documentary and you are not up to date reading every damn issue of Department of Truth, go do that now. Get them all, start reading it now, because it's phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. And I've heard that, and it's not my thing, but it's a lot of other people's things. But hold on. Yeah. Let's switch the layout.
You got one.
And then,
yes. This was the Todd McFarlane Megacon.
Tell them the story.
Yo, and also, let me ask you, is this the 90s again? Because, foil's hot, baby.
Yeah.
Foil's hot like it's lying in a grill at the cookout. Foil is hot again. Like, who'd have thought you'd ever be saying that? But this is just absolutely gorgeous. And if you don't know who this character is, kicking and screaming, BL. Kicking and screaming, I come out. But, this Todd McFarlane exclusive. This is probably my second favorite pickup. It's probably my favorite because I love reading this book. And just absolutely gorgeous, man. And we waited to get one of these, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, kind of felt like a drug deal. But, but we were able to get one.
A lot of getting the variants were just drug deals. That's what they were.
Wait. Like, yo. Is your guy here yet, bro? Is your guy here yet? Is it time yet? No, you gotta wait till the line opens. All right, cool. yo, just we cool though, right? I'm gonna get one, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, we didn't have a lot of time because we were super busy at the show, man. So when there was something I wanted, like I had sometimes minutes to get it. So, you know, I had to like make sure I was there at exactly the moment they went on sale. And, you know, you saw me loitering around like a stalker and shit. But yeah,
like a homeless man.
Yeah.
kind of. Yo, man, I don't know how many homeless people are spending freaking $30 to $50 on a comic, but
Shit.
this thing is gorgeous, man. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, and again, I'm not going to say anything about the series. If you're not reading it, you should be. And this cover was just, when I found out there was a DOT cover, I had to have it. And
Mikey, was that
nice?
Mikey, was that the first round that we picked those up, or the second time?
I only got one round, man, and it's my PC copy, so this thing is never going anywhere.
Okay.
I did want to get a second one, but it didn't happen. And I love that book too much. Like every major DOT book that I've bought, I've kept. And if I didn't buy more than one, I won't sell it. But what I did get a few of, and shout out to NRG because they got me my first one, and I was able to sneak over and snag another few for the PC, and then I'm gonna try to get a 9.8 out of it.
We couldn't find the rest of them. That's why we couldn't find.
Yeah. Listen, I had to do some unsavory things in the basement bathroom to get these three. So
yeah.
You know,
I had to be serviced.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I had to do some things I wasn't proud of, and some things I was proud that I could still do. So, you know, but so I didn't have to do anything too unsavory to get these books.
There you did.
You know, I was actually kind of here with my man Javon Jordan, so I had to get this, man. This is his Hail Crow King of Hell exclusive, which is a take on Banksy. Like, if you didn't grab one of these, you're out of your mind, man. This is just a super badass cover. I'm actually going to read this book because, you know, Javon's a friend of ours, and I like cool shit, and I know he's going to put cool shit out.
Yeah.
So definitely this. The most exclusive book of the entire Megacon, if you were able to get one, was actually his Comic Mint exclusive cover for The Good Boy.
That's right.
That's right.
Right, because out of the 500 that were shipped down, we didn't put all 500 up for sale, man. And you know, anyone who ever doubts the exclusivity, when we say there's a cover in this X amount available, I can assure you there was even less of that cover available than what was advertised. So if you were able to get a copy of that book down there and you're second guessing your purchase, don't. Because I'll tell you right now, it was a lot less than what we thought. And if you were even smarter and you bought one of those few 9.8s that were on that table, you really did well, because that book had some challenges, man. So shout out to anybody who picked up that Good Boy exclusive from Javon Jordan, because you made a great purchase, purchase. Now, I didn't have to do anything for these books either, although I did, you know, kind of share a room, but that was independent of this. So, act of kindness and A-OK from my man Copy 801 got me these two books.
Yeah.
All right. So, he knew I was a big Frank Miller guy, and, you know, Miller did his panel, but that's pretty much all he did. I don't think he ever made it to the floor to do a signing.
No.
But I was able to get this DK3, book 4, Miller exclusive. Super happy to get that one. And that was done by Jansen and Miller. And then this is a gorgeous book. So Batman Superman World's Finest #1, signed by Art Germ. All right, look at that.
Isn't that like the Elseworld?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he did that as a homage to the Elseworld.
Yeah.
Elseworld. JP got one of these too. He liked it so much that he ended up getting one too. That's a beautiful cover. Me and your son both love them, so that was pretty good. And then as far as a haul from that, that's all I got from a haul, but I did have a couple mail calls that I want to share real quick. And maybe some books that people out there might want to grab. And you know me, I'm not really big on specking, but there are some things I love that I'll spec on. So this is The Good Morty. Now, the only way you're finding this book is if somehow A, you buy it online, or B, you track down a sealed copy of the Rick and Morty DVD collection from season number 1. Now, it's got to be the one from 2014. And if you get the one that was made in Mexico, no comic inside. Just so we're clear. If you get the one that says the discs was made in Mexico, there will be no comic. So you wasted your money. There's 2 versions of this. And in my last 2 that I bought, I'm up to 4 of these now, by the way. I got one single staple one, which is actually the more sought after.
First print.
I guess they say it's a first print, but I mean, these things were all I don't really know, bro. They were all released at the same time. So
I know,
I'm
but
not
they
really
consider
too sure.
Yeah, they consider the single staple the first print.
So here's the double staple. So now I got 3 single staples and 1 double staple now. And I love Rick and Morty. I'm a huge Rick and Morty fan. I actually took the time to make custom bags and boards for these because they're about the size of a credit card or a little bigger, right? Between a credit card and a postcard. I actually took the time to craft. I use those kindergarten paper scissors skills to make myself bags and boards for these tiny ass little things and then slip them into Mylars. So I got that. And then a book that people sleep on, bro. Like everybody is, hot on the previews now. So if you're a Venom fan and Amazing Heroes 131 is not in your collection, now would be a good time to get one because in this book is a drawing of Venom that predates even Amazing Spider-Man 299. So I had to get more than one to make sure I get a decent grade. So I got 2 of these bad boys.
Nice.
And again, Amazing Heroes 131. You can probably find them cheap, or if you go on eBay, you're not going to find them cheap. So, but if you're a Venom fan, while Venom is kind of cool right now, if we want to call it cool.
You got Space Ghost on the cover, man. That's cool right there.
I'm a huge Space Ghost guy. I'm a huge Space Ghost fan too. I got my Space Ghost number 1.
I love Space Ghost.
I do got my Space Ghost number 1. And then shout out to my boy George Dunn Herrera for those 2 slabs that I got. Shout out to Frankie's for finally getting me that last Ronin. And yeah, that's it, man. I'm cleared out. Oh, and I did get this amazing Spineworks T-shirt that that are available if anybody would like them. Just DM either Lenny or myself.
That's the Mets edition.
That is the Mets edition. That's the variant. Yes. Shout out to Green O Printing for hooking us up with these amazing shirts. All right. So Green O Screen Printing. A little more shameless promotion of our boys right there. Green O. There you go. And Boxed Heroes, even though I didn't buy that box from Boxed Heroes. I just took that box from somebody else. I think Uncle Frank gave me that box. But yeah. So that's it. That was my haul.
All right. Let's get these 2 over here before we wrap everything up. Who have been waiting ever so patiently. Looks like one person went to bed.
Oh.
No, he went to go get more stuff. But I actually just wanted to show off something that I got. This is probably one of my favorites. And I got it from the our buddies at the Comic Mint, their table. It's the number 1 by Christy Zullo, and as you can see, it's got a nice little remark on it. It's probably legit one of my faves right now in my collection. I'm so happy about having this book, along with the first Spider-Gwen books. But yeah, the main reason why we went down to Megacon is the same reason why you went down. Art Germ. I was never going to see that man again, at least not in the States. And as soon as I found out he was going, I'm like, we are going. Come hell or high water. And it almost didn't happen too, because we ran into so many issues trying to either like get ready, get packed, get tickets, and it was actually insane. Like it was like up to the last minute where we were like, I don't think we're going to Florida. And I'm like, no, I have to go. I already took the vacation time. I already took the days off. I'll be damned if I miss Art Germ. So, like, exactly. So, yeah. I was like, screw it, I can't fly because getting a last minute ticket was going to cost too much. We knew we had to come back, and we knew we were bringing like books aplenty back. And with good God, we brought back so many books, so many books. But between him, Clayton Crane, Javon, and all the stuff that we got signed, like I got my Supergirl. Did you find it? Oh,
he's back. He's back.
He is back. He wants me to show off the good boy. A nice clean copy. A nice clean copy. The good boy.
So somebody who loves you might have picked that copy out for you, huh? When you said you wanted one.
I know.
Nice.
I gave a big ass kiss.
Shout out to the Comic Mint and Captured Collectibles for letting me loiter. By the way,
absolutely.
Huge shout out to the Comic Mint and Captured Collectibles.
Huge shout out, yes. So between those guys and, like I said, us standing online every day for Clayton Crane, every freaking day, but it was totally worth it. She would come down on his signature price.
Yo, but how much did you love that Q system though? That text system was pretty badass though.
Oh yeah.
No, that was pretty cool.
Good. Yeah.
No, that was
cool. Yo, Black Flag Comics had their shit on point. They were like, you don't have to sit here and leer. If you want to hang out, fine, but we'll just text you when Clayton's ready. That was sweet.
No,
shout out to Jason and April.
Yes.
Amen.
And that actually made it a lot better having that text queue thing, because I'm like, I'm not standing on this line all day. Like, just take my number and call me when you guys are ready. Yeah. That made it so much easier.
Lenny, that's what we're going to do at our next show, bro. When we're taking in submissions, instead of everybody coming up to us with a box of books to, like, look at them all individually, and we sit there for, like, an hour with a line going down the road. We're just going to be like, we're gonna call Jason and April and be like, yo, how did you guys get that text thing? Because I want that now.
No, seriously, like, that's a really good idea. You guys should
totally. It was super organized. It was great because, like, you were efficient. You can go enjoy the show, get other stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. And then between that and what did I get signed from Art Germ aside from
I got to bring you one? I gotta go.
Yeah, no. Oh, it was my Supergirl. My Supergirl, the blue one. I can't you know where it is? Thank you. He has all my stuff hidden. I don't know why he has all my things hidden. Between that, I missed Ariel Diaz. I wanted to get a commission from her. You know what? I think she's gonna be in Boston. So if she's in Boston, I might get something from her commission then. It's just that I didn't have, thank you. Oh, yeah, you found my art germs. Thank you. You found all my art germs. So I got this one. Right there. Mm-hmm. And then this is the one I really want to get signed. My Supergirl. Yeah.
That was big.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And then I got one of his exclusives signed.
Oh yeah, that Venom one was nice.
Oh yeah, no. I was like, I'm buying like 2 of them. No, I don't. But these are my must-haves to have signed. Those 2 I wasn't really I didn't care about. But this one, and of course this one. And no, I'm not getting them slapped. I don't need them slapped. These are for me. These are my art gems. I hope this was not right again.
Starting a movement now.
Yeah,
it is a revolution. You started a revolution. I might get one. I might get something slapped. I'm not sure yet. But let's just put it this way: if he comes back to the States next year, I don't care where he's going. I'm going. Like he only does. I feel like he only does shows in the States once a year or like once every 2 years. So if you catch him at the show, you have to go, or else you're never gonna. He's kind of like a unicorn. Like you've seen him, but you haven't seen him.
You haven't seen him.
Like you don't think you saw him, but you know he was there.
Yeah.
So
he's the boogeyman, but in reverse.
It's not the boogeyman.
Really quick, if he comes to New York, if he comes to New York, I'm gonna let Corey know that I'll be like, yo, I'm local to New York. Yo, I will help you out all weekend at the booth if you give me an exhibitor pass. I'll do that for you.
There you go.
And then I'll just get all of you in there. Be like, yo, you want to come? Come this time.
Like anything, like seriously. But And then what else did we get?
Your Power Rangers?
Oh, no one cares about my Power Ranger stuff.
Yeah.
I care about Power Rangers.
See?
Oh, thank you. Yes, I got. Most people don't know, but I am a huge Power Ranger nerd. So I have the big red omnibus that I've been getting signed by every Ranger.
I can bring it.
Please go get my book there. It's nice to have a manservant with me. Fetch me my book. But so for the past two and a half years now, I have been on a mission to get as many Power Ranger signatures in that book as humanly possible. I'm halfway there. He has bought me my book. Thank you, manservant. Oh, thanks. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's pretty.
Wow.
It's pretty.
It's getting there.
Yeah, and then I had to go in on the side here for some of the other. But yeah, as you can see, it's kind of
actors and artists.
You know what I meant. You know what? I'm gonna hit you with this thing. There goes the community guidelines. It is good to be.
We haven't had community guidelines on this show since like 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
So I got them to sign that, and then what she signed. Then I finally got the last Zeo Ranger here to sign this damn thing. I spent 2.5 years trying to find her to sign this. She was supposed to be in New York last year. She canceled last minute, so I was pissed off. But I finally got the Xenizer box signed by all the Rangers.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah,
every single one that was on the show.
It's got all 6 Rangers. Okay. It's got all the Rangers.
Awesome.
The only person I'm missing is Zordon, but I don't think I need him on here. I'm good. As you can see, yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Yes. And then of course, what else did we get? Oh, the signings. Like, guys, if you're gonna go do these shows and you're getting stuff signed, make sure you bring a lawn chair.
We did.
Yeah, last day.
Well, we did bring it.
The last day.
It's not playing. My butt hurt.
Oh.
That's because you stood online for Kevin Smith.
Yes.
You have to stand online for Kevin Smith.
I still can't believe Kevin Smith was there and I didn't know, man. That pissed me off.
How did you know?
Because I went last minute. I was not originally going, and it was literally last minute. So I have a Daredevil #1 that's signed by Joe Quesada. And that was the one that Smith wrote. And the only signature I've been dying to get is Kevin Smith's signature on that book. And I've been thinking for years, when am I going to see this guy? I missed my chance.
No,
doesn't he live in Jersey?
Yeah.
Good luck getting him, though. Good luck getting to him. It's not like he does signings every week.
No, he signs pretty much anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to find him and then get it witnessed. So it's already a yellow label Quesada.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of don't want to ruin that. I mean, it's a personal book. I'll never sell it in a million years anyway. But, like, that's what I would want him to sign for me. That and my Clerks DVD that I've had for, like, ever.
Just crack it and have him sign it.
Well, we have the entire cast. We got this Funko Pop signed by
the whole
cast of Clerks.
The movie.
What?
The movie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
See, I would do some rude things in a truck stop bathroom for that.
I'll go get it.
That's my movie. That's my movie.
Oh, God.
You see how unprepared he is?
Oh, man. I saw this pop. This pop looks nice.
You got the best manservant ever, though. Like, he's on it, and he's, like, happy to do it, too. He's like, I got you. There's a reason for that. I'm sure there's a reason for that, girl.
He knows. Happy wife, happy life.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, listen, he's walking with purpose when she asks him for something, so there's a little more than just happy going on, right? Let me tell you.
Yeah, underneath the bed, you hear that.
She's like, go get me my pop. He's like, zippity doo zippity.
Thank you. That's right. Yeah, he has fixed my movie.
Oh wow! Holy hell! Hold on, I gotta, guys. I'm not going down on myself. I'm just looking at this on the screen that I can see. Wow!
The whole cast.
Shit.
And then wait, Kevin Smith signed it. ...
Stop it!
That's his signature. Dot.
Yeah, because Silent J.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Silent Bob don't talk. You just call it.
That is awesome.
that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yo, did Keith's Adventures ever see that one? Because he's got an impressive
Yeah,
Cyber
Yes.
Cops
he
collection
was
too.
with us when they got it.
Yeah.
Oh, he was with you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would even make him a little jealous, man. That's just sick.
Well,
Oh
Copy
my
was
god,
with us when we
that's
got
so awesome.
when Kevin Smith.
That-
He was with us. We got
Yeah.
Kevin Smith's signature online with us.
Holy
Yeah.
Yo, anybody in the community that could tell me when Smith is doing a signing, man, yo, DM me, let me know. I'll buy you drinks if you can let me know when that next one happens.
Boston.
You are loud for no reason, sir.
I can't
Yo,
hear
he gonna be in Boston? Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's going to Boston.
All right, I'm gonna have to give y'all something, man. I got a lot of work to catch up on here in the lab. I'm gonna have to link up with you guys and give you that book.
Nice.
But, oh
But
man,
yeah, I think this is like the tip of the iceberg for us.
Yeah, we got
Like
one
this-
whole complete.
that's incredible. That's absolutely incredible.
This is the culmination of 4 days of work in Florida.
Yeah.
Like we
Damn.
tried every damn day because he was only there. He was only supposed to be there Saturday, but then he
Yeah.
extended to Sunday. I'm like, oh shit, we can actually get this stupid thing signed
Mm-hmm.
because he's everybody else. Well, the rest of the days, I'm like, okay, we have a chance to get the thing signed. It is funny too because I was thinking about it. I was like, should we bring the movie down to get signed? And then he was thinking about it, and he said it out loud. I'm like, well, we have to now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was he said it, so this is technically his
I
idea.
mean, like these are the things I love seeing, man. Like this is fandom. This is like dedication to something you really love and appreciate. This is like what Copy was talking about before, man. You guys are like reinvigorating my love for collecting. I ain't gonna lie to you, Copy. I'm so sorry that I feel like I hijacked your whole show, but I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
This is great.
You guys are really reinvigorating my love for comics and collecting, and meeting everybody in this whole community with YouTube and everything. Like really did that for me as well. But like just these little conversations and these pieces, guys. If you're not watching this live, this is a show you probably want to watch on the rewind. Just like if you've fallen out of love with comics and collecting, and you just tired of hearing the same old shit on every show and whatever else, and you just want to hear about people who love shit, tell your friends some of the really cool stuff that you got to hear tonight. And people should really watch this on the rewind because I mean, I really truly am touched by the things that I'm hearing from you guys, and like I want to read my books now. I want to smash open some slabs. I want to chase Kevin Smith around my Daredevil in my underwear, like, please, sir, please. Like that's just awesome, man. I love it. I love it, man.
And who got you back into comic books, Mr. Raphael?
That would be your fault, sir.
That's right.
So quick origin story of Mike and Lenny's friendship. I had a collection of comics that I'd had since I was a kid. My late uncle, who I loved, got me into comics when I was very young. And there's a whole turtle story that I'll save for when I do my own show and stop hijacking Copy's show. But long story short, my collection was stolen. It was taken, sold off while I was in school and college, and then it was a lot of books. And years later, while I was a suit, I met this weird dude that I was stuck in Boston with one time, and he was like, we're just talking. He's like, I want to go to this comic book shop. And I looked at him like, comic books? He's like, yeah. I was like, I used to love comics. And he's like, well, I still do. And he's like, I got $40,000 comic books. And I was like, wait, what? Really? So he's like, you want to come to a comic book shop with me? I'm like, yeah, sure. What the fuck? Let's go. So, we hit a bar, and then we hit a comic shop. And then we hit a bar, then we hit a comic shop. Then we hit a bar, then we hit a comic shop. Next thing you know, I hadn't bought a comic book in about 7 years. I came home with a stack of books like this. And there was nothing special, dude. Like, it was just some cool stuff, like stuff that I had in my collection, stuff that he was like, hey, you should read this, or hey, this is a key book now. And it was that day that I went back to my room and I was like, I hadn't looked at a comic. I was so disgusted over losing my collection that like I hadn't even wanted to look at a comic for so long. And that was really the first time I just started thumbing through them, man. And I was like, shit, I missed this. and like that feeling that I got that night. I'm getting a little bit of that taste and that feeling again tonight, hearing, Copy, why you don't grade books, and hearing how you guys just like went to these lengths to like have these things done. And I get on Lenny all the time about his completing runs thing, but you know what? That too, like, you guys are really like, I had goosebumps. Look at this. I have goosebumps right now. Like, this is like what I want to see when I watch a YouTube show. Like, this is the feeling I want to get. Like what you guys gave me tonight. Thank you so much for sharing these stories. I mean, that's just awesome, man. Like, this is some good shit right here.
Hold on a second. I gotta.
Yeah, I like that guy, man.
I like that.
No, Lenny, you got to do it again. You got to do it again. Now you're zoomed in.
Do it again.
One more time.
All right, here we go.
Yo, I joke around and say he's one short box away from an avalanche.
Like, oh my god! It looks like another bedroom.
Yeah.
Nothing but boxes.
Oh, it is.
And that's not all of it.
That's not all of it.
Yeah. I believe it.
Yo, Lenny, how many are you up to, bro? That you could think of?
I've slowed down a lot, but I'm almost about hitting 28K.
Wow.
Something like that.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, about 28K, 42 years of collecting. And, since we've been doing this business together, it's weird because I love what we do and I enjoy it, but I seem to enjoy to see other people's books more than mine. It's weird. I have, like Mikey said, I got full runs of so many books, and he's like, why do you have all those runs? I said, because I'm a completist. It's what I like. I've been doing this a long time. What people are hunting down, paying hundreds and thousands for, I paid cover price, or I got it for $1, or, why not? If I was, like Copy, you like Green Lantern, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got the whole run, everything Hal Jordan, everything, his whole run, his second, third, fourth, fifth volumes, whatever volume they're up to. I got
volume 3 going forward because
I got the whole thing from Showcase all the way to his own run and blah blah blah. Love that stuff.
That's a little too pricey for me. I do have Showcase 22. I have Showcase 22.
Oh, you got the main one. That's Hal's first appearance.
I got that one, and I got volume 3, the 1990 run, going up to present. I have at least one copy of every book.
There you go.
So I'm a run guy too, but like you said, you pick these books up for $1. If I try and pick them up, it'll be like $10,000. So
yeah, seriously.
That's when I do one of these. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, like I said, I've been doing it a long time, So and look, I never thought in a million years that what will pay for my roof over my head and food on the table would be comic books. It's our lifestyle. It's what it is.
Now, speaking about lifestyle, as the last man standing, you got anything good from Megacon?
You know what? I was so busy. The only thing I was able to buy was that same 2 Tom McFarlane books, and that's it. That's all I got. I didn't do a whole lot of shopping. Mike was saying, "Hey, we got to find his McFarlane books, the homage to the Batman." That was tough because we must have hit what, Mikey? 4 booths, 4 or 5 booths.
We were literally running.
You know what's funny? I grabbed that on the first day, and I had told Mike. I said, "Mike, they had it in the front." And Mike said, "Where?" I said, "In the front of the in the entrance." I said, grab them. They're going crazy." I said, "Mike, but I only got the last one." I said, "Shit." I said, "Don't worry, I got 6. I'm gonna give you one." So, all right, thank you.
You know, and it's funny, Anthony, because I didn't know that they had that book until you told Mikey. Mikey told me, and I was like, "Shit, we got to get it. We got to find it." And we hit every booth until the very last one, the one in the far back.
The far back, right next door. Yeah.
Mike told me about that.
This is what's crazy. I knew about that book before going into the show that was going to be there. The one book I didn't know about was the Department of Truth McFarlane until Mike told me.
Yeah. Since you know, we do witnessing. Jason mentioned that we needed to see a guy named James, who's actually the handler for James Tinian. He was like, "Hey, you know, he has a special book you guys got to get because he kind of forced you to buy that with the Something Killing the Children Virgin."
But we had to wait for like the minute. Like there was no under the table deals. They were like,
yeah. No,
all I'm gonna do is tell you that it's gonna go on sale at 10. That's it.
Yeah.
So we had to be there. Like we were like sitting there, all right. We're not getting any special treatment. These guys are nobody. So we're like, all right, I guess we'll have to loiter for a minute. I'm like texting Jason, bro, I'll be back at the booth in a minute. Gotta get me this topic far before this shit
we had to jump. And actually that's Something Killing the Children. I mean, unfortunately it's in a box.
I got that one too. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a beautiful Virgin cover.
That's a Matina cover.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah, there it is.
I got that one.
Yeah, we got that one and got it signed too.
That's beautiful, man.
See, for me, if you guys checked out our site or on Facebook, me and Tinian have an interesting connection from years ago. I used to work for his mother.
I know. I heard the story from. I heard that story that you worked from London, gave him the letter.
Yeah, I used to be at Orlando Harley Davidson, and his mother is and her current husband are the owner of the dealership. So I was there for about 4 years, and it was the weirdest thing because I'm reading my comic book on lunch break in the break room, and nobody's there. It's all quiet, and I'm reading, and the mother passes by and she sees me reading the book, and she's like, "Oh, aren't you like a little old for reading comic books?" And I'm like, "No, I've been doing this a long time." And she goes, "Oh, my son writes for comic books." I go, "Really? Yeah. What does he write?" "I don't know." Okay. What? Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. You would think his mother, right? And then I said, "Okay, so what company?" "I don't know." I was like, "Okay, what's your son's name? What's your son's name?" She goes, "Jimmy." I said, "Okay, all right." And I'm just went, over my head and kept on reading. She kept on doing her thing. A week later, I'm again in the break room watching, reading my books and everything. And she's like, "Oh, there you go. I was wondering where you were." She's like, "He writes for Batman." And I was like, "Oh shit. You're saying that your son is James Tinian the Fourth?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." I was like, and she goes, "Yeah, he got his break from being his mentor, Scott Snyder, because he was teaching a course, I think, at NYU or something, and he was like the prodigy child in writing and everything, and he took him under his wing and brought him to DC, and the rest is history." That's all I can say. I mean, the guy is a great writer, and his ideas and everything. And the crazy part was, she's like, "Yeah, he's been doing it for a short period of time, but he's still learning to do certain things." And I was like, "Shoot, he looks like he's been writing for years." Right. Because I was actually reading those Batman books, and I mean, I thought they were great, and then of course, he moved on to do Talon. He did some Teen Titans, and he kept on jumping from other titles to titles. And I told her, I was like, "Wow, that's great that your son at such a young age is writing for Batman." Because if you look at the history of Batman, most of the writers were a bit older. You know what I mean? And then of course, a couple of weeks go by, and she goes, "My son's birthday's coming up." I go, "Okay." And she's like, "I don't know what to buy him." And okay, why are you asking me? I don't really know your son on a personal level, you know? And she's like, well, maybe because you're into comics and he's writing comics, maybe you can give me some ideas. And I was like, oh, shit. And it was kind of funny because then I remembered, since he did Batman, my son, when he was much smaller, he had a poster that I purchased years ago, Mask of the Phantasm. If you remember when that movie came out, and it was considered the first Batman cartoon film into the theaters. And, you know, it was also a certificate, and it was signed by Bob Kane. He signed only 500 of them. And I think a few years after, like 2 or 3 years after he did that, he died. You know, so this is back in the 90s, you know. But that poster's been hanging in the frame and everything in the closet for years. And I asked my son, I said, hey, you care for this anymore? And he's like, nah, I don't care. I said, all right. So I then went back to his mother. I said, I got the perfect gift idea for your son, and you can have it. I'm not asking anything. And I brought it to the showroom, of course, at the dealership. And she's like, oh my God, I think he would love that. I said, yeah, and especially has Bob Kane's signature on it. I mean, the guy's been long dead, long time. That's the co-creator of Batman. Yeah. And you know, she talked to me after she spoke to her husband, and you know, we can't go into all the details, but in the end, she packed it up, sent it out to James, and you know, he wrote to me, actually sent me an actual letter, you know, like, you know, most people don't write letters much anymore. And he actually sent me a letter, which I actually have hanging on the wall, you know. So, can you see it?
Hold on.
No, yes. That's cool.
And as you can see, he can write, but his little Batman symbol is not the best. But you know,
yeah,
that's a 1-in-1, bro. That's a one of a kind.
1-in-1, yeah.
Tinian remark.
Yeah,
only one exists.
Yeah. So, you know, he goes, are you going to New York Comic Con? I go, yes, I am. He goes, don't forget, stop on my booth, want to chat, hang out, and maybe we could do dinner or something. And I was like, cool. And he was just telling me how much he loved that gift, or the idea of, you know, helping his mother and everything. And he's like, he even sent, I can't find the picture, but he took a picture of it hanging over his desk in his office. And he was like, you know what? It gives me inspiration when I'm writing my stories. And I want to thank you. And I was like, oh, no problem. You know, and
not everybody, you can no thank Lenny for those awesome Batman stories.
So he goes to me, are you going to be at the dealership in the next few days? I say, yeah. And he sends me a whole box of 100 books, all signed by everyone at DC at the time. Wow. So he literally ran around the DC office picking up all books, everything. And he was like, oh, Jim Lee signed this. Scott Snyder signed that. And so forth. And literally Jeff Jones, I mean, you name it, at that time frame, whoever was working at DC, he got everybody to sign every book, packed it in a box, and send it out to me. And he goes, look, this is just a little something, and I hope you appreciate it, but I wanted to say thank you for, you know, for the gift idea. And I was like, man, I didn't expect that. You didn't have to do that. He goes, no, I wish I could do more, but you know, I really hope you like it. And I said, man, I'm blown away. And I have every single copy he sent me. You know, so that's my, and mind you, that was almost 10 years ago when I went to meet him in person. If you see the picture, the then and now, and then of course to see him at Megacon, I was like telling James, the handler, I said, hey, I just want to talk to him for 2 minutes. That's all I need, and show him that I still have the letter. And he was blown away. And we took pictures, and there's a video out there somewhere, but you know, it was really cool to see him again after so many years.
Now, you see, this is what I'm talking about. And you know what? It's been 2 fucking hours.
Really?
I'm exhausted. And you know what?
Oh shit! It has.
Oh
I think
my
this is
God.
this is the perfect way to end this show with that story. And I'm gonna thank everyone here for stopping by. I'm gonna thank everyone from over here in the chat for also stopping by. And you know what? I'm gonna wish everybody a good evening or a good morning or whatever, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And on that note, everybody, remember to read your fucking books.
There you go.
Peace.
Read your book.
Books.